gun violence. Let's talk a little bit about gun violence. And now these people that's talking about, they have came up with, they is trying to implement new regulations when it comes down to gun violence to stop the violence in the community. Y'all know when they come up with these types of plans, they have to sit with the committee, they have to talk about these things, they have to, push around different ideas and stuff to make changes in the community, county, states, and stuff like that right there. Let's see what they had done came up with. Oh wait, let me cut the sound on. Let's see what they came up with for the gun violence problem. Here we go.
Mayor Tishaura Jones is proposing a ban of military-style guns like AR-15s and AK-47s. This as she held a listening session to hear from survivors and advocates about the devastating toll of gun violence. News 11's Kelly Hoskins has more from survivors.
Low test scores equals gun violence. Facts.
Mayor Tishaura Jones wants to ban AR-15s and AK-47s from city streets. The mayor's office is partnering with area aldermen to address gun violence by introducing new legislation.
We'll introduce common sense gun safety legislation to prohibit military-grade weapons on our streets, prevent the transfer or sale of guns to minors, take action on ghost guns and similar untraceable firearms.
She says an AK.
I hate when they use that term, common sense gun laws.
AK-47 or an AR-15 qualify as military-style weapons.
My daughter was killed with a military-style weapon.
Shout out that baby out for having a real.
Which was an AK-47. People of the military know what type of impact those type of weapons do.
Erica Jones says her daughter was 24 years old when she died.
My daughter Whitney was murdered August 13th, 2015 in the Walnut Park area district.
She says Whitney was a mother to a 5-year-old. She was studying to become a nurse and worked 2 jobs.
Her oldest sister held her when she took her last words.
Jones says the crime remains unsolved.
What do you tell a 13-year-old young man who cannot see his mother, he cannot smell her, he cannot touch her?
Jones is one of...
It's kind of like the same thing that we have to tell the children who dad ain't around. Just your daddy ain't here, your daddy gone, or your daddy done died, or your daddy in jail. We'll tell them, hell, your mother got killed back in such and such, and we just tell them the truth. For some reason, we'll accept it and keep it moving.
Many advocates who shared their stories at a listening session hosted by Mayor Tishaura Jones.
Gun violence is a plague.
Yeah.
And its painful touch has stung families across our region.
She says on average more than 1,300 people die from guns in Missouri each year. Mayor Jones says the common sense gun safety legislation will be introduced in a few days. She says this
common sense gun safety will be introduced. So you're going to introduce it.
year, the police department has taken more than 1,600 guns off the streets.
They taken 1,600. Didn't I just said yesterday, a lot of these places need to actually get stop and frisk. If everybody got guns, then that means stop and frisk should kind of really work real good, right? If it's so many people with guns, so at least 80% of the people who you profile, you should be able to get some guns from them, right?
In St. Louis, Ala Arabi, News 11.
I just got a problem.
In our streets.
I just got a problem. Shout out to the mayor of St. Louis. It seemed like whatever y'all got going on, it really ain't working. The thing that y'all had to sit down and have to type up 3,000-4,000 pages, I have no idea why they be wasting all of that paper to write down these doggone laws or new type of laws and stuff like that. 300-page laws and stuff. Why? Because y'all know that people not finna sit down and read them all? That tells me that there's so much pork inside of these laws when the packets be like this right here. 300-400 pages. What to say what? Why y'all need all these doggone papers to say, listen, we don't want to keep AR-15s and AK-47s on the streets. We want to ban them from the streets. That should take like, you could do that in a tweet. Can't we just tweet some stuff out and laws get changed? This is a doggone shame. Hold on. I got it back there. The problem is the AR-15 and the AK-47 are not assault weapons. An assault weapon is a automatic weapon that has 3 components. Semi-automatic weapons have 2 components. Bam. Listen, when the masses don't know what you just had done said, they would think for what the mayor said was a good thing. You're not going to be able to change something if you is classifying it wrong anyway. But this is common sense. This is common sense.
AK-47s from city streets. The mayor's office is partnering with area aldermen to address gun violence by introducing new legislation.
We'll introduce common sense gun safety legislation to prohibit military-grade weapons on our streets.
So y'all gonna prohibit, watch this. Yeah. We real educated on this channel here. For real. Watch this. You're going to prohibit AR-15s and AK-47s off the streets. You're saying, no, we're not going to have them on the streets, right? While they walking around the skinny jeans with ARs and AKs on the daily. How are you going to prevent that? Do y'all know, like I've been saying, when they be talking about gun reforms and all that stuff, they trying to reform it from where legal people can acquire firearms. The legal people ain't the ones out here doing all these doggone killings. I don't even know, what is y'all talking about? Okay, we get the ARs off the street, we get the AKs off from law-abiding citizens. You're not finna stop the ARs and the AKs from the criminals unless you run into the criminals and you're able to take or confiscate the doggone guns from them. And for some reason, you all is not grabbing all of the criminals who have the ARs and the AKs because there's so many still on the streets, right? Come on, man. Think about it. Think it through. Shout out to Quincy X for the $2 cash out. He say, so if they was killed with a 9mm, it's cool. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because 9mm and 380s and 22s and 40s and 45s, they don't cause as much damage, but they will still kill you. Yeah. They don't cause as much damage, but they'll still kill you. The shotguns, the 12 gauges, the 20 gauges, the buckshot, the slugs. Yeah. They don't cause as much damage, but they will still kill you. But we want to eliminate these so-called assault weapons. I don't understand. Say a 22 is more deadlier than a 9mm because they get up in you and they travel. There's a problem out here in these streets. But this is how your mayors and your elected officials be out here talking to you, getting on TV and acting like they really doing something in your communities. What I will continue to say, why don't y'all just lock up the offenders and just don't release them? Can that be the new gun reform? Lock them up, don't release them. Simple, right? If you get rid of the shooters, I'm just saying, common sense, get rid of the shooters. If you have ever been a shooter, you can't be out on these streets no more. Huh? Do y'all think that they will ever pass a law? The shooters ain't getting out no more. Hell, they need to put it on the billboard to all shooters. If you get caught, hell, when we catch you, by law, you will not get out again. Huh? And no matter what your age is. Oh, we're not going to do that thing. Oh, he was just 16. Oh, she was just 17. No, 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 no. Oh, he was just 13. Oh, no, 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 no. You get forever. You going to jail forever. Do y'all know how fast stuff will change? And then when we sentence these people forever, you got to put it on your YouTube, your Facebook, your Snapchat, your Instagram. Put it on the digital billboards inside of your community. This is what you need to do to advise the people behind the people who just got forever. To advise them to hell. Walmart hiring, Chick-fil-A them hiring and stuff, you know. Yeah. Remind them to go get a job or do something, or hell, find a community center and do not shoot people. Shout out to Richie D for the $4 cash app. Say assault rifles only account for 14% of shootings. And for some reason, for the longest, they keep trying to go after assault rifles. When handguns do more killings or shootings and killings. Yeah. See, but when we don't have the proper information, we will believe what our politicians and law people is trying to tell us. And this stuff is not working.
A huge concern for citizens and politicians alike. Today, a group of mayors announced an anti-crime plan that brings together more than 20 municipalities.
Everybody got an anti-crime ban, but ain't nobody implementing my anti-crime ban. I think I got the best anti-crime ban out here in these streets, and I just went over it. Lock them up forever, put it on social media, put it on the digital billboards inside of the community. For real.
Investigator Ellie Davis was the only reporter there as they outlined new plans to try to make North County citizens feel safe. Here is tonight's You Paid For It.
You paid for it.
Citizens in North County lamenting that they're hearing of more and more crimes in their community. They're pleading for action now.
Lamenting. I always like that word. Lamenting. It sounds like mints or something. I don't know. Here you go.
It's so important because
They say this gonna hurt black men more than anything. But listen. If they shoot us, they need to go.
not like it used to be. Used to be you were safe no matter where you were. No, and crime is everywhere. It seems to me like nothing is being done.
It'll hurt fatherless black men. Yes, it will hurt fatherless black men up until a certain point. Up until a certain point, until it gets into the community to where this is not a good idea. Because now we're going to hold you accountable. Accountability is the problem in the communities. We're having so much crime because they know they're not going to be held accountable. I don't care how many laws you change. Until you implement my law, ain't nothing going to get better.
With these kids,
We want to feel safe in our neighborhood. We don't want the kids walking around with guns hanging out of their hands.
Notice something. If we want to feel safe in the neighborhood, like I also been saying, you better sit on your porch and drink some sweet tea and tell. But people was coming at me like, but Willie, you snitching on people. Did y'all just hear what these women is saying right there? You want to be safe in your own community, and you cannot be safe if the shooters is in the community.
done with these kids.
We want to feel safe in our neighborhood. We don't want the kids walking around with guns hanging out of their hands.
They were among those who came to an announcement at Veneta Park City Hall.
And it's crazy because as soon as someone shoot one of the grandmothers and then all of their kids and grandnieces and nephews and all that stuff, man, how they shot my grandmama. So now you concerned about the shooting inside of the community. When grandma is the one saying, I'm not safe in my doggone community. Something needs to change. The only ones who can almost snitch in the community is the older people. Is like 70 and 80 years old can snitch and like really nothing is gonna happen. You know, for the most part, nothing is gonna happen. But if you like over 5, like from 5 to 70, and you snitch, is a problem in the community.
I was the only reporter there as mayors in a group representing 24 North County municipalities came together to announce their new push against crime that will involve legislation and law enforcement. Here's Chief John Buchanan of the North County Police Cooperative.
Yes,
what are you going to be doing?
Focusing on trouble areas, and we
Focusing on trouble areas. Yep, your communities.
want to make sure that we are visible. We increase our patrols. We do what you call saturation patrols. So we bring in additional 15 officers, and we just flood the streets.
The chief says law enforcement will also make increased use of drones to spot crimes and catch suspects. Here are North County mayors as they gathered this morning. Part of the anti-crime push involves new legislation to bring about a change in gun laws in municipalities and on the county council.
I should go buy me another AR today. I should.
Here's Veneta Park Mayor James McGee. Why is it important right now? What are you seeing out here going on now that makes this important?
It's so important that we got everybody carrying guns. It's just wild, wild west. You have open carry, young people 13 carrying these automatic weapons with extended clips.
I don't like how he linked in open carry with 13-year-olds carrying illegal. He talked about the legal people and lumped it in with illegal people. Talked about the legal and illegal. Yeah. He put it all together, and I don't think that was fair.
It's so important that we got everybody carrying guns. It's just wild, wild west. You have open carry, young.
Yes, you have open carry. That's legal people. Legal. That should not even be a problem when we're seeing the majority that, hell, damn near 99% of shootings and crimes come from people who is not legal, though.
People 13 carrying these automatic weapons with extended clips.
Yeah, so watch this. So you all know that there's 13-year-olds carrying automatics with extended clips. And y'all know this. So that means that you all have arrested them before, right? I guarantee you they either out now on some type of probation, in some type of program, right back in the doggone community. Right back in the doggone community. I thought that y'all was scared. I thought that y'all was scared inside of the community. If y'all is afraid inside of the doggone community, you would not be trying to get these young folks back in the doggone community. Yes, it's a parenting problem too.
This new anti-crime initiative follows my recent expose about the huge spike in crime in the Wedgwood neighborhood of unincorporated North County.
Say hugs, not thugs. Bam.
That's near Florissant. Residents call me to spotlight the increase in vandalism, car thefts, robberies, and the like. There was a 200% spike in such crimes. But the North County mayors say they're looking at the big picture, and they want to put a dent in crimes from vandalism to murder. So it looks like you're trying to take a united front to try to deal with this problem. Why is that important?
It's important because crime have no boundaries. You know, crime can be in Deadwood, it can be in Veneta Park, it can be in Wellston, but if we all have the same united front, if they come to North County, they do the crime, we're looking for them to do the time.
Councilwoman Shalonda Webb,
What kind of time?
the chair of the St. Louis County Council, who represents part of North County, hopes to usher gun legislation through the council and pass it. Don't we have laws to do that now?
So we have
If you
laws.
get somebody illegally carrying a gun, you can arrest them now. Why do you need new legislation?
So our laws right now allow for if somebody is brandishing a gun, they allow someone if they're pointing it illegally, but it does not address the issue of someone unlawfully carrying a weapon.
What would be
Why is that not on the books for if someone is carrying a gun illegally? Y'all ain't got no laws for people carrying guns illegal? illegally? Say that again, sister. One more again. Damn it. I like how she combed her hair back. That is so nice. That looks so good.
If somebody is brandishing a
Say she pretty. Oh, that baby got dimples. Go ahead, sugar. And she got them glasses on. Go ahead.
gun, they allow someone if they're pointing it illegally. But it does not address the issue of someone unlawfully carrying a weapon.
What would be unlawful in your view?
So, in my mind, a 13-year-old walking down the street with an automatic weapon, we're looking at those that are under the age of 18 that are carrying these weapons.
Councilman Webb and Mayor McGee are hoping the gun legislation is passed on the county council and in the various municipalities by September in what they describe as a unified approach in the battle against North County crime. You know I'll follow their efforts and the results.
You mean to tell me that we got to wait till September? Do y'all understand it is August 25th and people going to die today too? People going to die today too. Shout out to Jay for the $2 cash out. He said we need to learn to throw rocks under Willie's law. I'm trying to tell you something. Trying to tell you, boy, y'all got to keep them. Y'all got to lock them up. We got to bag that up, sister. What? Why y'all ain't got no doggone laws against this stuff?
Our laws right now allow for if somebody is brandishing a gun, they allow someone if they're pointing it illegally. But it does not address the issue of someone unlawfully carrying a weapon.
What would be unlawful in your view?
So, in my mind, a 13-year-old walking down the street with an automatic weapon, we're looking at those that are under the age of 18 that are carrying these weapons.
So that means that she's telling us that they have no laws for people under 18 who is carrying firearms illegally.
Councilman Webb.
Illegally. Okay. I guess we missed the ball on that one then, huh? We're going to write up all of these other legislations for the adults, but we ain't going to write it up for the minors. We just, y'all must have ran out of like paper and stuff like that to write that there up. Or maybe y'all had to go like on vacation or something before y'all got that in, and then once you got back from vacation, you didn't even think about it no more. Is that what you telling us, sugar? Hell going on out here. No laws for it. Wow. Hell, watch it. No wonder they running around with that fire and ain't nothing happening. There's no laws preventing it from happening. Even though carrying a firearm illegally is a crime in every doggone state. But y'all ain't got nothing on y'all books to punish people for doing it. I'm believing that that's what she just said. Said she hasn't checked the gun laws on her area. She's just repeating what she's been told. Listen, the reason that I'm sitting here pointing this out because it makes no sense. What do you mean? You don't have any laws against, let's say, 13-year-olds carrying semi-automatics in the streets. That don't make sense, baby. Wait, what? I don't understand. And I think she said it before like she thought it through. Because I truly cannot believe that there's a state in the union that don't have laws about carrying guns illegally no matter what your age is. You know. But I could be wrong. Maybe this is just new news for all of us. But anyway, moving right along. And